Low tire noise is a feature consumers pay attention to when shopping for new tires now more than ever, especially considering the rise in EVs on the road, where low noise is one of the premium features. Due to the rise in low noise output, manufacturers have been focusing their efforts on noise-canceling technology and designs for tires. One way manufacturers do this is by emphasizing tread design because it affects the amount of noise the tire generates. Tread blocks are raised sections of the tire's surface, and the number of these blocks around the tire's circumference influences the noise output. Tires with larger tread blocks and fewer pitches create less space or void between blocks, which results in less noise. To talk more about how manufacturers like Continental Tire develop tires to generate less road noise, we're joined today by Zach File, a research and development engineer at Continental Tire. Zach, what specific compounds or tire construction techniques does Continental use to help reduce vibrations and minimize noise from seeping into the vehicle cabin?
Thank you. Yeah. So one of the technologies we use is the ContiSilent technology. So this is actually a strip of foam that is on the inside of the tire. So this runs circumferentially around the entire inside surface of the inner liner. This prevents the cavity noise that's kind of bouncing around inside the tire. It becomes dampened. So typically this noise from just driving on the road, you'll eventually hear it because it's kind of bouncing around, stuck inside the tire, if you will, and it kind of adds up from a frequency standpoint. So with the ContiSilent, we're able to dampen this noise through this technology. From the other side of just a development standpoint, we do pattern layout optimization. So there's computer-aided analysis for this. We also do pitch optimization, which is the number of blocks around the circumference of the tire. So depending on the number of blocks as well as the size of the blocks, we can eliminate certain frequencies that may be considered basically annoying or you can hear as a driving experience. That's kind of like a more or less a smaller view. We also do a rough pattern layout, which is just looking across more or less the section of the tire. So looking at it from a front view, more or less, we can decide where we should be putting certain pattern blocks as well as certain grooves. This can minimize the noise and maximize the comfort.
Makes sense, Zach. How does Continental balance the trade-offs between low noise and other performance factors like traction, wear, and longevity when designing tires meant for low noise output?
A lot of times we're optimizing one performance characteristic versus another for a specific tire segment. The key here with the different characteristics of the tire, as mentioned earlier, so compound, construction, contour, as well as pattern, those are kind of our levers that we're moving, changing, optimizing. Customers typically pick a more balanced approach, so we try to keep it as balanced as we possibly can for certain tire segments. For example, a mileage, comfort tire, we're definitely optimizing more for rolling resistance efficiency, wear, and then as well as comfort and noise. So we can slightly tune towards one of these performance characteristics depending on what the customer would prefer to buy. We are able to slightly tune these characteristics for each segment. So for example, a UHP performance tire, we're looking for max dry handling, for example, solid wet performance as well, good braking distances. Whereas mileage is of course still important, but it's maybe the key indicator here is just absolute performance. The good thing is we're constantly improving and generating new technology. So this target conflict that we have, we're always coming up with new ideas, we're always developing new technologies, and we're always testing those new technologies to bring you the very best tire.
It's clear the goal for Continental is to create a top-performing tire that minimizes noise distractions while maintaining performance and safety. Thanks so much for joining us today, Zach.
Thanks for having me.
My name's Allison. Thanks for watching.